Hi, I'm Janae, and today is my birthday, and I'm 22 years old. What I'm going to be doing is reading off a list of 21 things I learned in the year of being 21 years old. But it's not really 21 because 21 is a lot, and at 22 I still can't count. I skipped from, I think, right here, 7 to 11, so yeah, that's like one thing I learned. Number one, I learned that I still can't count by 22 years old. Yeah. Number one is that nothing turns out the way you thought or imagined it will be when you were 10 years old. So when I was 10 years old, I thought I would be at least married by now or starting a nice successful career, and that's totally not true. I'm definitely still super single and have no clue what career path I'm gonna go down or going to do. So, and it's so interesting because I held on to those expectations all the way up until literally 20 years old. So it's bizarre how things can get stuck in your mind and you have this thought, but God has a different plan. So okay, number two is some things take time and a lot of hard work, and sometimes you've done all you can do, and all you can do is wait on the Lord. Number three is reading the Bible is so essential. Growing up, I was very good at praying, and I was very good at coming to the Lord and talking to Him, but I struggled a lot with reading my Bible because I had a hard time understanding it. And this year has been an extreme essential when God has felt very distant or far away, especially in prayer, like the source that I would reach out and use so often, that growing in that personal relationship with the Lord through His Word has been quite something else, and I'm so excited to continue in that journey through this year of being 22. Number four is God is so redemptive, so gracious, so forgiving, and so loving. Even though I've learned that all my life, I've definitely learned it in so many different ways. I struggled a lot with anxiety and just fear in general. So knowing how gracious God is and how redemptive He is about our sin nature is just kind of very wonderful, and knowing that how much He loves us in those times that we need Him the most, and just, I know, it's really cool, and I'm so thankful I learned that. Number five is it's alright for people to change, and it's alright for yourself to change, and it's alright to not hang out with people anymore. It's okay to grow apart from people, and you can still completely be in love with them, but it's okay to not be around them all the time anymore. It's life, and it happens, and it's a part of growth and growing and just, yeah, getting older. So number six is a huge lesson. There's no right answer where you should be in life, especially at this moment of being in your early 20s. A lot of people are in completely different places. Some people are married, some people are having babies, some people are single, some people are in college, some people are moved out, some people are still living at their parents' house. Some people know exactly what they want, some people don't. So I think coming out of your teenage years and out of high school and having the black and white, this is what you do next, not having that in your early 20s is so universal, the feeling, and just to know that it's okay to be in a different place than the next person next to you. Number seven is what I've learned is things change fast. You just don't know what's going to happen around the corner the next day, and I think that's really exciting about being in your early 20s. And it's been a challenging lesson, but a really, really good lesson because it has opened the door to trusting in the Lord more and relying with Him on my future and instead of myself and the plans that I have, but His guidance. Number 11 is definitely a personal one. I've learned a lot about myself, a lot of dreams and desires I have, and a lot of passions. I've learned that I so badly want to travel, and it's not just like a little pipe dream, it's like real. I guess another one is for my desire for ministry and helping in real issues in the world, like human trafficking, and using a skill that I can grow and learn in, like graphic design, to be a voice for people who don't have a voice. So those are fairly new desires I have developed over this year, and it's been a while, but like it's pretty fresh and pretty vibrant. Number 12, I learned to appreciate the little things, like the warm sun, the beautiful trees and views around me, coffee shops, especially through like having these huge dreams that feel so out of reach, appreciating the little things every day And I've learned that before this year a lot, but learning how to appreciate it being home is a different thing, because I had the opportunity to live in Cannon Beach, Oregon for a year, and I had the opportunity to walk the beach every day. Being by the ocean is something else. It's like addictive. Number 13, acne isn't just for teenagers. This year and past years, I've gotten acne. I had such clear skin growing up. Never had a pimple except like one time during my time a month. Like I got like one good cyst on my chin every time when I was about to start my period. But now my chin flares up like crazy and I have scars because of it, and it's so painful. Like I know a lot of people have way worse, but I just wish I had it when I was a teenager instead of now. But I guess the Lord knew that I was really awkward during that time and knew I probably couldn't handle it. I don't know, maybe I could have, but just saying. Adult acne is a real thing, and that is a huge lesson I've learned this year. 14. I've learned this year the importance of acquaintances. In the past, I said a lot that I would prefer, which I do prefer, like having close friends and best friends, and I didn't really like acquaintances. But this year I had changes going on, which I had few closer friends, and I would go to this small group that taught me a lot about the importance of having acquaintances, and it's better to have people nearby and they still love you just as much. It's just really interesting life lesson how important it is to have people in your life, even though if they're not your best friends. Number 15. I don't know what I'm doing with my life, and I don't know if I ever will. I don't know, I actually really do pray that I figure things out as I go along, but this has been haunting me for this whole year, is that I don't know what I want, I don't know what I want to do, and if I do know what I want, I don't know how to get there. So this ties along with a lot of waiting and trusting in the Lord, like crazy. So yeah. And along with that, I have number 16, I have a great family who is willing just to be there every step of the way of my life journey, I guess, and who's there to listen and hear me cry every time I freak out about not knowing what to do with my life. So I am so fortunate to have that. Number 17. We're going to skip number 17 because I already said it. I don't know how to count. I don't think I ever will. So, yeah. Number 18 is being an adult isn't a feeling. Because I still feel like I'm 18 years old. I don't feel like I've aged at all. It doesn't feel any different than it did last year or the year before. Maybe there's a lot of things that have changed every year, and that's what makes each year stand out to me. But being an adult is not a feeling at all. You're probably gonna still feel 18 when you're 80 years old. Things are gonna just stop working and you're gonna be all wrinkly and have a bigger pot belly, and yeah. that's what's gonna happen, but you're gonna still feel 19 in your head. 19, I haven't had my growth spurts. I am 4'11" and forever will be 4'11". Yeah, wonderful stuff. I'll always be the size of a child. Okay, number 20. What I've learned is 21 wasn't all what it was cracked up to be. But I know 22 will be awesome. So 22 will make up for 21. You know how like 21 is like the drinking age and you can like party, but it was more stressful for me because I had the anxiety of being an adult and feeling like I should do adultish things when I don't think I was, or I am, so. But I think right now I'm more at peace about it than I was, so that's good. 21 is Instagram isn't reality. And that's a very good lesson, because when things feel like they're not going right, watching other people's lives and their good parts isn't beneficial. And knowing that everyone goes through stuff too is good to know too. So it's not reality, it's not real life, and sometimes it's not real connections, but it's still good to connect and it's still fun to do in a healthy manner. So post as many selfies as you want and enjoy it, but don't get jealous what other people are doing, because it's so easy to do so, especially when you feel like nothing's going on. So when you are at home and it's a lazy day and you see other people doing things, and yeah, it's not healthy. So, and sometimes you need that time to rest and just be by yourself, and it's good too. Okay, another thing I want to add after this car drives by. That was so loud. Another thing I want to add is that I'm just really excited about this new thing. I don't know, I love new things. I love New Year. I love spring because it's new, like all the fresh flowers, and it's just new. And I love birthdays because it's new, a new age. I just love everything new. August is something new for me because I realize that's the time when things change drastically for me. I'm so excited about turning 22 because it's something new. And I feel like every year there's something evident that has changed or has happened. I love it. And I hope I stay excited about it instead of get discouraged during birthdays as I get older, because it's just a new year that you're alive and that you're living, and it's a huge blessing. I guess my word for the beginning of turning 22 is acceptance. Accepting what has happened, and yeah, it's a good place to be like, okay, I'm here, and knowing that things are going to still move forward. So, yeah. 22, ooh, ooh, 22, ooh, ooh. I want to play the song. Okay, I also want to add in a prayer for this new age, because I always do that when I get older. It's like a prayer over the year. My prayer for the age 22 for this year is to be stretched in ways that I never thought could be, and to do things I never thought I had the capability of doing. If through a job, organization, ministry, or just in my personal life, that's something that I pray over this year, that I grow in extreme ways into do crazy things I never expected to do. Not through my strength, but through Christ's strength. Yeah, just being able to do it. And being kind of in shock by the end of the year. Go, wow, I was able to do this, and it was challenging, but I learned and I grown. And I grew, not grown. That is what I've learned in my year of being 21. A lot has happened, and I'm so thankful for it, even though it has been a challenging year. It has been a good challenging year, and I've learned a lot, and I'm so excited for the new challenges in this year of being 22 and what I'll say next year when I'm 23. Like, maybe it will be similar things or completely different. I know God is by my side every step of the way, and I'm so grateful that I am able to turn 22, and hopefully I'll see 23. And I'll see you guys then. Bye. Peace.